That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always... I knew it! I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club. So either you're not hungry and you wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you planned to convincingly forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves me with one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. I was just something in my book. Yuri, tell X Ward to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should have only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frequently, after pulling the little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough. Retribution. I did. I didn't mean that. I got too observed in my book. You really like to speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun. It's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right. I did something bad, and now I have to accept my retribution. That's still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside of you, inside of all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it were for the cupcakes. So I tricked Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Pop! Ow! What was that? A cookie! Sure enough, it was a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. It's a miracle! It's because I paid my resolution. Retribution. That one almost worked. I was just gonna give you it, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction. Natsuki, that's so nice. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly collapses her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just a cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez! Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki. Then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in one hand, Natsuki reaches up and nudges Sayori off her. Sayori then leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Matt's always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play it sometime for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better. Yay! That sounds cool. I'm also looking forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, X4. Monica smiles sweetly. Fuck! I didn't mean any pressure or anything like it. No, don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I would really love to the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischief. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone is already settled in. Sayori somehow already finished the entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book. Natsuki disappeared in the closet. I think Natsuki is gay. She's always in the closet there. Nothing wrong with gay people, though. Hey, Yuri. What? I suddenly noticed that Yuri was reading a different book from the one we both been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make me read my reading time here any better is with a nice hot cup of tea and some blood. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind which filters inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches the electric kettle. I'm gonna plug this in at this juice desk, and then we'll go get some water. The goal. Okay, I have the water. You have the water. May I have the water? Fuck's sakes. Let me start that. May I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? We shall go then. Yeah. Why are you two off to? Yuri was going to make some tea, so I suddenly realized how weird it sounds explaining this to Monica. We're just filling up a water pitcher. Okay. Sorry. Just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involving X4 in club activities? My mouth gasps. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, X4. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that made me feel so tight. Intrigued. That's what that is. It made me feel so intrigued. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I don't think you did any... I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. X4. How come, even when I do something bad, you're being so nice to me? Because nothing that you do is bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ah! No! I wouldn't hate me. Wouldn't you hate me for something terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head away. Yuri lifts her head. X4. I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying that like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyway, yeah, shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Huh, you? In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and brings the measuring to the tea leaf. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be you must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you've noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for others to do. Not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worried about me, X-Way. It's very endearing. That's... Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even... I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies I kept hidden from Sayori. Candy reader. Radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. I am supposed to focus on reading. How am I supposed to be reading? How am I supposed to be focused on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less, I don't know what that word is. It's almost more I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book. And I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intent reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on the reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. It's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then I might smudge on the page. Oh, you're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold, of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading it from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on my leg. Well, if in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading. I take a chocolate and pop it into her mouth. I take another chocolate, hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if This situation is completely natural. But that means I can't stop there. I approachfully place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me. She needs to confirm what just happened. I swear. Sorry. I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do, right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation got really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can't tell just by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers. But this time, Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest racing and falling into the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm, like before Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate, place it into her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. What the fuck just happened? Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Export, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Thanks. Whoa! Yard. Just random words. I don't give a fuck. Too small. Random.